All right, it's time for another season 4 team battle, and it's Nautilus, one of my favorites. Which I went and yes, with either way, Nautilus, he's one of the champions I was to predicted would actually get better in season 4. Ignoring the fact that Targa and Shield is ruining the game for everybody right now, and or mostly junglers. This game was I was able to play without them having to exploit that shit. So, anyways. 0, 21, 9. Attack speed red, armor yellow, magic resistance blues. Yay. And movement speed quints. Basic stuff on all this. Also, I'm fighting a jungle Nunu. Yeah, that shit's bad, isn't it? So, I got invaded. They stole my blue, so I start off red. And this game is one of the most frustrating games I have probably ever played. Besides the fact that I thought it'd be Shyvana, who again isn't probably the best matchup against Nautilus in terms that I'd be getting my ass destroyed. But because, my teammates. Anyways, Fizz got killed by Diana at a level like 2. Somehow. I have no fucking clue how he did that. And at least I was able to, just take some of his farm and recover. The rank 2 on the W helped me immensely. The Fizz is actually pinging me and telling me, come gank mid now. I'm like, I have no fucking mana. I was also invaded. Shut the fuck up kind of thing. I didn't say any of that in all chat because, or chat in general. I don't want to pick fights or anything and just make this game even worse. So far, my team is not doing so well. Fizz, as you can see, is pretty much stupid. He's taking free damage from the Diana for no goddamn reason. But at least I'm able to just walk in there, sneak up, and kill her. I get the kill for myself. Screw the Fizz. As you can see, he's already pretty much awful, and he's going to be continuously awful. And then I hit Nunu in the face. So the Nunu seemingly, I don't even know if he's been invading me properly or anything. Stealing my blue is not enough to shut down a Nautilus. Shyvana has also been picking fights with Zac, and Zac can't kill her on his own. And he also did tell me, come top. Well, you know what? I just killed mid. Calm your ass down. Like, I hate being told, come top, come bottom, or whatever. There's other people who also need lanes. And as you can see, the Fizz died yet again. Either way, I am almost level 6, which is going to increase my ganking potential, and I'll be able to, crush people. I put down a ward just to make sure, just so that Nunu wouldn't be able to invade me as well. Put it down. Now I can at least protect my red, and I can try to go gank mid. I go down mid. I was hoping maybe Fizz would jump on her, but then in comes Nunu, so we're gonna just pretty much back off. There he goes. She turns around and pretty much tells me that Nunu's coming. Well, the fact that he came from that side of the jungle, though, means he was checking out my blue. He thought it had been cleared and therefore it had been spawned, which tells me this little bastard obviously wants to just steal my my blue. I predicted that he'd be either going to his rare to secure his or sticking around in my blue, so that's why I hit the camera switch. I ward the bush in order to make sure, I see him coming. And there you go. I ward my blue bush just to see if he's going to just camp there and wait forever. He goes down bottom knowing I'll be able to ambush him. My teammates come in, and we pretty much have him sandwiched. This Nunu's fucking dead. I use my ultimate. I use everything to make sure he dies. Fuck him. Then we catch the Pantheon. He's just gonna get obliterated. Well, I'm gonna flash over to finish him off. Flash, kill, and then I'm gonna be dropped with the Diana who shows up. Fortunately, the Lucian got the double buff. Nunu is dead, and he won't be able to steal anything from me. But there's one thing here. I think this Nunu picked Nunu just because, oh look, it's a Nautilus. It's an easy kill. But he's obviously pretty goddamn incompetent at what he's doing. As insulting as it may be, the thing it tends to annoy me mostly because weaker players will pick, or inexperienced players will pick someone like Nunu or Shaco just to dick around with opponents, and then they get absolutely crushed and they don't know what they're doing. It's like they just think, oh, X jungle is supposed to be good at invading or good at X thing. Let's just abuse this quote unquote weaker jungle. In no sense of the word is Nautilus a quote-unquote weak jungle. You could steal from me, of course. That's kind of the weakness of Nautilus altogether. He just kind of can't fend for himself. Here I fuck up my Q, by the way. If I didn't, she probably would have died. Then in comes Nunu and Pantheon. They come at me. I'm like, oh, I was hoping we could burst down Pantheon. He has a flash now, and I get killed, and I give double buff to the Pantheon, unfortunately. In comes Fizz. Nunu ends up blocking the fish. Nunu dies. Then I just watch this mess. I can't even describe it. Right now, by the way, if you were watching on stream, I'm yelling at the Lucian. Pantheon's abilities are on cooldown. I'm just like, shoot the motherfucker. Holy crap. He has 1 life. Why did you shoot him? Like, he could have shot him before Pantheon even had any of his cooldowns back. So, anyways, with that said, the minion waves are cleared. The minion waves are cleared. I go down bottom, and this is going to be probably one of the dumber things I do. I go on top of the Tristana. I melee her to slow her down, and then just start wailing on her. I stick around a little too long. Like, I burn my Q. Wait, unless this one, yes, it is. In comes Nunu, in comes Pantheon, and Sona's not going to be able to save me. I use my ultimate probably to try to keep away the Pantheon in hopes that my Q would restore, and then I'd be able to make some kind of miraculous escape. And then Tristana dies, so I guess it makes it kind of worth it. So this game is a goddamn mess. My teammates are actually fighting in regular chat. It's just like, do this, fucking fizz. They yelled at the Lucian. It's like, everybody's fighting. So, once again, fucking Tristana is pushing down bottom. I arrive in time to just wail on her. It's like she severely underestimates how much fucking damage Nautilus does. Look at this. I already pretty much disabled her. She's gone from the lane. And then, she just sticks around. She kind of forgets that I'm around here. And I'll pull her in, wail on her, do the combo, and boom, enough damage to kill her. She flashes actually. Her flash actually made it so she did get more damage done to her by E. So, rest in peace. So, here in comes Nunu, in comes Diana. Fizz, for some reason, just died again. He's not exactly the most useful fish in the, ever. I, once again, wail on the Nunu. Bam! Not enough damage. He's just building tanky. But at this point, it's past the point where Nunu can be effective as an invader. If you survive the early game against a jungle invader like Nunu or whatever, not exactly Shyvana because she's a farmer too, then Nunu's going to be a lot worse off than you. I'm Nautilus. I could fucking survive naked if I wanted to. I would probably just use my ultimate and some of my CC and then die, but it'd probably be far more useful than a Nunu in the long run. Or potentially more useful. Once again, I go down bottom. The Tristana's like, she chanced pushing this tower a little too much, and she just took too much damage. She took a tower shot, and I was hoping she wouldn't. She had no ultimate or whatever, so she flash forward and use E, and then I kill her. Bam, bitch is dead. Pushing the wave now. As you can see, Targon shield stacking is pretty annoying. Pantheon is still here. He's by himself, and I'm like, you know what? Pantheon, your sporting ass is mine. So I deal an insane amount of damage to him. Remember, people need to remember, Nautilus has a shitload of damage for a tank. It's all in the shield though, so if you crack a shield, his damage plummets to next to nothing. But still, he has a lot of fucking damage. Diana gets dropped. Nunu's sticking around here. I missed my Q. Now we want to go for Dragon. And these two guys still are, dicking around trying to fight us. But oh well. I missed my Q again. I hit a wall. But this time, I say, fuck it. I'm going to kill this goddamn Nunu. I hit him in the face with my anchor. I press my E. I'm dealing a sick amount of damage to Pantheon and I guess Nunu too. I use my ultimate to finish off Pantheon just because I had enough of his shit. Tristana almost killed by the rest of my team. In comes Shyvana. And she doesn't realize the amount of damage we can do, especially me at this point. I'm pretty goddamn huge. Remember though, Nautilus excels with levels more than he does with items. So if you're over leveled, then you're going to fucking destroy people. And you don't need items to do so. The tank items, for instance, don't add anything to my offense. Except give you longer shield longevity. But yeah, I'm so fucking strong right now. Except my team gets shut down. I come in, fight the Pantheon, blow everything on him. Not enough to kill him, so it just kind of ended up wailing on him. Saved Zac at least. Lucian died. As you can see, the team, even though this mass chaos has been happening, the teams are still basically even. Nothing has really changed yet. Alright, so walking down mid. I mean, not down the river. The dragon is up. I put down my ward. By the way, the ward thing hasn't necessarily increased people warding. People just got even lazier about it. I know this has nothing really to do with elo or anything. It's just people being dicks or lazy. I myself sometimes do buy wards. By the way, Diana goes in mid. And then, for whatever reason, she decided to do that, so now she's just gonna die. Pantheon comes in, I use my ultimate on Tristana to lock her ass down, and she's just gonna get shot down, but she's gonna survive with a sliver of health. Pantheon himself can kill the goddamn Fizz, so it's pretty damn sad. Next comes Lucian's death. Then we go off and finish off his face Pantheon after he misses his flash, so he's a goner. When Nunu gets off his ultimate, in comes Tristana. Tristana gets killed. For some reason, she decided to come back and, risk death. We can't catch the Nunu's running off. We can't really do anything to him, so I'm just kind of mid. I disconnect. So this is where I have to tell you one thing that pissed me off so much if you were watching on stream. I disconnected. Fucking Time Warner. I disconnected, and thankfully one of my teammates was also recording this on low replay and was able to give me. It was Woolstar, the Lucian. Thanks to him, I have this replay, so hooray for him. I DC'd. You don't know how pissed the fuck I was in this. I DC'd. I couldn't do anything or come back from anything, and holy crap. This is not the only time I'm going to DC. I'm going to DC 2 more times. The next 2 times are in crucial team fights too, which I felt I could have either survived or done a bit more. Zach jumps in on the Tristana, by the way, and this is just sad. After he dies like a bitch, he yells to the entire team, "Where the fuck was my team?" And I'm not even kidding, that was just sad. But yeah, of course, I was DC'd. The rest of the team was nowhere near him. He could have just seen the fucking team, the fucking map, and he would have survived. We wouldn't have done something that stupid. So, anyways, off we go back into the fray, run around in stupid circles. The next team fight is coming soon, and that's where I'm going to DC yet again. So, warding the entrances, knowing full well that my team has a far superior team fighting capability, but they have far more damage. I secure red because I knew Nunu was coming, and I'm kind of caught by everybody, but they really can't kill me. If they focus me, it's kind of a stupid thing. Tristana gets ulted by me, gets ulted by Fizz, gets ulted by Zach. Everybody ults her. She survives until we flash towards her and finish her off. Does she die? Nope. This is where disconnected. So I disconnect. Zach manages to kill Tristana, then he promptly gets killed too. Then Fizz comes in. I'm DC. I didn't get to see any of this live, though. So, that's the sad, though. Alright, so it seems we traded Tristana for 3 of my teammates. Or I think probably 4. I'm not exactly certain. I wasn't paying that much attention. Pantheon goes in. He gets killed. I mean, Lucian dies, and then he gets killed. The tower isn't, they can't take down this tower. I actually respawned back, and now I'm able to join the game. I mean, well, I've reconnected, I believe. Well, I reconnected already, still. That's kind of sad. I'm getting incredibly furious. The enemy team is now ahead of us, and I keep disconnecting. I don't want to lose this, especially considering that, Season 4 is pretty boring, and because I can't really jungle, and this is one of the few times I got to. Everybody else is dicking around and telling me, go lanes down one. I go in, catch Pantheon, burn everything, including my ultimate to make sure this little bastard dies. The rest of the team comes in, they jump on me and Lucian. I CC Shyvana, I CC the Diana, in comes Fizz. He throws the fish on Diana, and, all hell starts breaking loose. Thankfully, my Q came off cooldown and I was able to stop Nunu. We're able to kill 2 of theirs without losing a single one of ours. Then Lucian finally dies. He came back and, he recognized that he needed a fight. At least this time. You'll see something later. So 3 for 1 so far. We really don't have the damage to finish off this goddamn Nunu, and Shyvana just finished off the Sona. In comes Fizz. He finishes off the Nunu. I'm waiting around for my cooldowns to come back. Fizz manages to actually escape, and then me and Zach turn our attention to the Shyvana. We don't have the damage, but we could slow her down and kite her around long enough for us to kill her. Pantheon comes in, and, we just kind of escape from that. There's no point. He wasted his ultimate right for us. We go back. I finally have my Randu and Zoman, I believe. Yes, Randu and Zoman, and nothing else. I have auras. One thing that disappoints me is that I can't build Shirley's Reverie with the new jungle items because they're cold items. Shirley's Reverie is one of my favorite items in champions such as Maokai and Nautilus. I would have built it at this point. We figure they're doing Baron, so we just rush off there to stop them. Nautilus, I mean, Zach goes in, pops his ultimate, scatters him. I come in, I stop Nunu. We make sure he dies before he gets off anything else. But the rest of their team, their damage is obscene. We really can't stop them. I mean, I'm on top of the Tristana trying to bash your little Yordo brains, and the rest of my team is getting slaughtered. Tristana dies, everybody dies. Sona is the only survivor, while they have only 3 characters of theirs left. The thing is, those 3 characters can't get Baron, so that's at least fortunate for us. We're still 3,000 gold behind. Anyways, I purchased myself some magic resistance, building Abyssal Scepter for more damage. Most of my team is, some form of magic based. We catch ourselves a Diana and a Shyvana off guard. In comes Zac. Diana dies quickly. Shyvana is just going to go right after our Lucian. And as soon as she does that, I pop my ultimate to keep her away from him. I use Randuin's Omen to slow her down and the Pantheon down as well. Zac and I are fighting these really fat guys. Fizz he's going to die right here. There's no way he's going to survive. Wait, no, he lives. But he dies, I think, by Pantheon. He returns in. Oh, no, Nunu kills him. Okay, Nunu punches him in his little fish balls. Fine, he doesn't die. But right now, Lucian is kind of just dicking around on the far side. If he was here earlier, he probably could have killed them all before the Fizz died or before we lost a lot of health. Nonetheless, his survival means we're able to get the Baron. Of course, I'm afraid of the Nunu stealing it because he's a fucking douche. Nunu gets a little too damn close, so he just gets CC'd and, annihilated. Dead Nunu. Then we turn our attention to the Baron, finish it off, and run for our lives. With that, though, you can see, as Nautilus, I achieved the mode where I'm insanely difficult to kill while dealing respectable damage for a tank, while also being an insane nuisance thanks to all my crowd control. Right, my team is now on the lead in terms of gold. My carry is fed. Fizz is worthless though, and the team just gets fucking CC'd to hell. I pull in Nunu in a second. The second Diana gets close enough, I use my ultimate on her, and she CC'd, killed. Three of their guys are dead. This means we can just bulldoze our way down to their nexus. We take on this turret, we take on the tower. I catch myself a Tristana with a Q, and she promptly gets slaughtered. That's a dead Tristana. With that goes the inhibitor, and with that, it's 4 down. There's no way Pantheon himself can stop us. He ults right on top of us, and we just CC him to death. Dead Pantheon. Boom. And with that, it's pretty much a game over. We have won. Hooray for Nautilus. Thanks again for the Lucian for the low replay. Holy crap, I wish the Fizz and the Zac would stop pinging me, especially when the Fizz is responsible for his loss. But whatever, hooray for Nautilus. Season 4 sucks currently.